yes, I'm on quadrumple one. Oh, simple. Kwa, you're watching Mensah TV. Mensah TV. Fibia Mensah. Oh. Mensah TV. Fibia Mensah. Oh. Mensah TV. Fibia Mensah. Minyami fie. Simple.
Thanks for tuning in and thanks for also logging on Mensah Radio and to a playback on YouTube Mensah TV official. This is Little Kweku Interviews, Ghana's biggest conversation show. And like I told you, if it is radio, then it's Mensah Radio. Today I have an amazing, in fact, a marvelous personality here. We're going to have a chit chat with him. And for those of you who have seen the flyers, I know you know what I'm talking about. You can actually get your questions through to us on social media, Mensah Radio, and I'll be doing the accent for you. My name is Kweku Mensah. Welcome to Little Kweku Interviews. All right, Mr. Jay-Boadam, welcome to Mensah Radio.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
All right. Okay. So let me ask from this angle.
Okay.
Building and construction industry in Ghana, generally, are we seeing it growing or it's actually declining?
It is really growing now in Ghana because now most people, let me say, are now getting to know the importance and the benefits of real estate and into building construction.
Okay.
Because there's a lot in it.
Okay.
And people are building all the time.
Okay.
And building are coming up every day. So it is a good venture for anybody that wants to venture into it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's actually interesting to know that it's growing.
Yeah.
All right. So Mr. Joseph Boadam. Let us know more about you personally. Who is Mr. Boadam?
Okay, Mr. Boadam is just a young man who hails from the northern part of the country. That's Boga, to be precise.
Okay.
Tungu.
Okay.
Yes. All my life I've stayed in Accra. I was born in Accra here, but not in my hometown.
Okay.
Yes, and stayed all my life in Accra. I grew up here.
Okay.
Yes. I'm married with a son. Yes, that was 2019. So I'm young and married. Yes. So yeah. That's a little.
Okay.
Me, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And which position do you actually? Which role do you play at Jay-Boadam Roofing and Construction?
I'm the CEO.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay. So I can say I have the whole of Jay-Boadam Roofing and Construction here.
Of course.
All right. So let's kickstart the conversation. Roofing. I know it's what you are into major.
Yeah.
But aside that, are there any other things you do?
Yes.
Okay.
So
kindly take us through.
okay, I do building.
Okay.
I build from scratch.
Okay.
To finished.
Okay.
So maybe after roofing, and you think you have someone, you don't have anybody to do the completion of the work for you or do the finishing for you.
Okay.
I do the interior decoration, the painting, the other interior work, POP, the tiling, and all kinds of construction.
Okay. Okay.
That is about building. So anything you want on your building,
okay,
I have the people and I have the gear to do it for you. Yes.
I see. Talking about building, you initially said people are building. Which kind of person can build? Who can actually build?
Anybody at all can build.
Anybody can build?
Anybody.
Okay. So how is the procedure like if I want to build? I have a piece of land. I have acquired my land already. Okay. I want to build. How is the process like?
Okay. So let's say you have a land and you want to build and you don't have the resources to build. You can start. We have companies that gives let's say for me, I can help you in building by looking at your strength.
Okay.
Let's say I don't have the total amount, or okay, I'll give you an estimate, and this it costs you this amount to build your entire building.
Okay.
But we have a process. Let's say we start from the foundation.
Okay.
We look at it and we strike a percentage. Okay, pay this amount of money.
Okay.
When you get to this space, then by then you've organized yourself well. Then pay the rest. Then we continue for you.
Okay.
Or I can pre-finance.
Okay.
Then I'll build the entire thing for you. Then you pay within a duration.
Okay.
Yes. So let's say within a year or two.
Okay.
Let's say depending on your strength, how long you want your building to be built.
Okay.
So let's say in 5 years you want your building to be completed in 5 years. You have a plan for that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I see. So talking about the interior and all those things, let's say the building has been made and we would want a continuation, your company to actually do the continuation. Yeah. How does that also work, and what is the procedure also like?
So we come in, look at your building, take an estimate how you want your building to be done. Maybe you don't have a plan or you don't have a design for your interior. We can create a design for you.
Okay.
Then you look at it, give you a type of design that you want for your interior, your painting, anything interior.
Okay.
That you look or you've seen somewhere that looks nice to you. You also take your ideas. Maybe you have an idea that you want to bring on board.
Okay.
You also accept your ideas. Then fixing ours, then we do it for you.
All right. Okay, so now we are started from scratch. We are, let's say, lentil. We are on the roofing stage, which I know is your specialization.
Yes.
We have more focus on. Take us through. Generally, I want to Jay-Boadam. I want to do roofing.
Okay.
Take us through.
So, when you get to the lentil level and you want to roof, maybe you don't have a plan for your roofing. We come to the site.
Okay.
We look at the building, how the plan will go.
Okay.
Sometimes the plan of your roofing also determine the price of your roof.
Okay.
And the way you raise your length high, or the way you raise the frames high, also determine the cost of your roof.
Okay.
So we come to you, we ask you, how do you want it? Do you want it to be hipped high, or you want it on a low deck, or how maybe on a secret roofing? You want it on a secret roofing, or you want it a hip roofing? Okay. So we come together and discuss about it. Okay. Then if sometimes others have their carpenter that does the framing for them already, and others who don't have, so we do the framing too. When I come to your building, I look at it, get the framing done for you, give you a plan on the roofing, the type of plan you want. Okay. And for a secret, for a hip roofing, I give you a plan and a design. Then you choose for yourself. Then after choosing, now with that will determine the price. Okay. Because every design determines the quantity of the material that will go into it. Okay. Yes. So everything will depend on the customer, how you want it. They will also take it from there and finish it. Okay. Yes.
What are some of the types of roofing? I know definitely for anything that we have, even for human beings, we have types of human beings. For there will be types. Take us through that as well.
Okay, so for the roofing, we have some varieties. We have the self-locking, we have the IBR, we have the IDT, we have the shingles and the aero tiles.
Okay.
Yes, and we have the stone-coated tiles too.
Okay.
Yes, they are all type of the roofing materials. Okay. And it's a design. Okay. Some of the design tells you the type. Okay. So let's say a self-lock is a design. Okay. IBR is a design. Okay. And IDT is also a design. Okay. The raw material is corrugated into that type of design. Okay. With a self-lock, after roofing, you hardly see the nails or the fixing that we use in roofing. Okay. It's not seen on the roofing. Okay. But for the IDT and the IBR, those ones are seen on it. Okay. The screw that are used for the roofing is seen on the roofing. And most at times, customers don't want those kind of screws or the nails on top of their roofing. Okay. So sometimes they go for the self-lock, the standing seam, and the other types that the nails are not seen or they are hidden. Okay. So those are the type of the sheets we have. The tiles, we have the tiles. So the tiles, we have aluminium tiles, we have alu-zinc tiles. The aluminium and the alu-zinc is the material, the raw material. So aluminium can be used for self-lock.
Okay.
Aluminium can be used for IBR. Aluminium can be used for IDT, and also can be used for tiles.
Okay.
And the alloy also can be used for all those things. And we have the stone coated.
Okay.
The stone coated materials, they come in different shapes and designs.
Okay.
We have the shingles, we have the classical tiles, we have the aero tiles. Yeah, those are the type of stone coated materials that comes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I see. And looking at all the ones you have actually mentioned, I know we started using some kind of roofing some years back.
Yes.
Currently, when you are moving in town, you realize that okay, people are used to this style now. Which of them are actually making rains now? Which of them?
Now the coated ones are now making rain now.
Okay.
The colored.
Okay.
When you talk about coating, that's the color.
The color.
Yes,
okay.
on the roofing.
Okay.
So those ones are the one that is making rain now, because most people want to match their painting of their building to match the roofing.
The house. Okay.
Yes.
The colors.
The colors.
The
yes.
paints and the color of the
roofing.
Okay.
Yes. So then when they go for the plain ones, it will not match with the painting that they want for their building.
Okay.
So maybe the colors we have blue, we have dark gray.
Okay.
That's the deep ocean. We have wine red. We have brick red.
Okay.
We have terracotta red. And we have let's say deep ocean. I've mentioned deep ocean. We have chocolate brown and coffee brown.
Okay.
The chocolate and the coffee is different. Okay. One is darker and one is a bit lighter.
Okay.
So those are the colors and the type of roofing that is raining now. Yes.
Looking at the budget for all these ones you have actually mentioned, can you grade them for us? Okay. Looking at the budgets, not to mention the budget, but I mean grade them with the budget, and let's see averagely for an average Ghanaian who wants to roof the building. Yeah. Take us through and let's see.
So let's say for a 2-bedroom, an IBR roofing sheet will cost about, let's say, it's a rough estimate. Okay. So let's say if IBR is costing about 14,000 to roof a 2-bedroom. Okay. Self-lock will cost about 20,000.
Okay. Okay.
But the rates are the same.
Okay.
But the quantity are not the same.
Okay.
With the IBR, let's say it is the IBR is wider than the self-lock.
Okay.
In terms of the width, the self-lock we have let's say 0.3 meters, we have 0.35 meters compared to the IBR. The IBR is 3.81. That's let's say it's 1 meters.
Okay.
So the 1 meter is about 3.8 feet. So it is when you're roofing with self-lock, you need about 4 pieces of the self-lock to get 1 piece of the IBR.
Okay.
So the more the quantity, the more the price.
Okay.
And the lesser the quantity, the lesser the price.
Okay.
So let's say if one sheet is covering 1 space, 1 IBR is covering 1 space, 4 pieces of self-lock will cover that space.
Okay. So it means the budget will also have to
increase. Okay. To cover the quantity.
Okay.
But sometimes the rates are the same.
Okay.
And we have the materials. We have it ranges in the thickness. We have thickness for each materials.
Okay.
We have 0.3, we have 0.35, we have 0.4, and we have 0.45.
Okay.
All comes with their prices.
Okay.
So maybe someone will not be able to afford 0.45. You want to go for 0.4. Someone will also not be able to afford the 0.4. We'll go for 0.35 and 0.3. So the prices differ depending on the thickness you go for.
I see. So as a building expert, which of them do you recommend?
Me for sometimes I recommend the 0.4 and the 4.5.
Okay. For
customers.
Okay.
Sometimes the 0.3 and the 0.35 are lighter. So after roofing, you will see that there are dents on the roofing. Okay. They walk on the roof whilst they are working. They are putting the roof on. So after roofing, you see the dents on the roofing. That shows that the thickness of the roofing is very light. So sometimes I recommend the 0.45 and 0.4. Okay. For the customers.
All right. You would have to relax for a while, and I'll get back to you. So this is Mensah. This is Mensah Radio, transmitting live from Accra, Ghana. We're in Africa. Thank you for doing the listening. We are not done yet. Mr. Joseph Boadam, CEO, Jay-Boadam Roofing and Construction Limited, is right here in the studio with us. We are talking building and construction. We are going to get a bit into his life when we get back to the conversation. But for now, all I would want you to do is to share the link to your family and friends to also enjoy.
There's no one else like you.
Across UK and its environs, liveradio.uk. And for those of you doing the listening also in Accra, modernghana.com. We're also live on streamers, MyTuner, TuneIn, radio.net, and all the major radio streaming platforms worldwide. Mensah Radio is also available for listening on Apple TV. Big shouts going out to you this afternoon. Those of you doing the listening, a big good afternoon going out to you.
Because of Jesus, every day I shall double heavenly blessing, I am a receive. God, your grace and mercy is always to follow me. He has given me victory.
So we are getting back to the conversation. Thanks for sharing the link. All right, Mr. Boadam.
Yes,
Welcome for that big break.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I want us to get more personal now.
Okay.
All right. How was the start for Jay-Boadam like?
Okay.
How did you get to start?
Okay, so I was working with a company.
Okay.
Yes, for about 6 to 7 years.
Okay.
That's Asangod Roofing and
In this same building and construction.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
I worked with them for about 6 to 7 years. Yes.
Okay.
And then through that, I gained much experience in the work.
Okay.
And I took it upon myself to also start something on my own.
Okay.
Yes. You know, as a young man, you need to, I don't know how to put it, but you need to fight forward. You shouldn't sit in one place for a long time. You know, so you need to also push for yourself.
Okay.
So I decided to also go solo and try to go into this business and see how it will come up with it. So from Asangod Roofing, I joined another company, but then that side I didn't keep much time there. I just spent about, let's say, 4 months.
Okay.
Then I said, no, I'll touch myself. No, I'm just wasting my time. Let me just get up and just push on.
Okay.
Because if you don't start, you wouldn't know the end.
Yeah.
So I had to start. By then I already registered my company.
Okay.
I have my certificate and everything down in the house.
Okay.
And you have the certificate.
Yes.
So what are you waiting?
Yeah.
You know the know-how of the company. You know
the skill and all that.
Yeah, the skill. So what are you waiting? Why do you keep on paying at one place? Why not moving? So Charlie, I said no. I have to get up and start Jay-Boadam Roofing Construction. And by then too, the name has changed so many times.
Okay.
It was Jay-Boadam, and I had an issue with the registering, and I said okay, let me just use Jay-Boadam. Because Jay-Boadam, I use my son's name, Jaden.
Okay.
So Jaden Boadam. So I decided to shorten it Jay-Boadam.
Big shouts to you, Jaden.
Yes.
Watch the playback. Big shouts to you.
So the name Jay-Boadam came from that. Because he started the name started with J. I also start with J. So all using
there's a connection.
Yes. So let me start and get it started. So that's what made Jay-Boadam to just start. Yes.
But do you think going solo has been helpful, or has been it was actually a great decision to take.
It is a great decision I took.
Okay.
Yes, it is a very great decision that I took.
Okay.
Because by then I was working.
Okay.
But I was always in debt. You work and pay debt. You work and pay debt. It's not easy for a young man like me, starting up and always in debt.
Yeah.
How am I going to make it?
Yeah.
Okay, so starting solo is the best for me.
But would you say the years you actually made mention of, about 5-6 years at your previous place
Yes.
of work, would you actually see it to be some kind of waste of time, or maybe you shouldn't have been there for that longer period of time? Or has it ever dawned on you that I wasted my time over here?
It wasn't a waste of time. It was rather a training for me.
Okay.
For looking at that time, I didn't know anything about. So it was true that I had those experience and got to know more about the work, train myself in how to do this kind of work. So to me, it's not a waste of time.
Okay.
It's never a waste of time, yes. But I rather has taught me a lot in the business.
I see. You made mention of being married for a while now. You made mention of your son.
Yeah.
What about your wife?
My wife is also I don't know how to put it, but she's the support system.
It's your partner in the business as
Yes,
well?
it's a partner in the business. Then
Okay.
she's the one driving me,
Okay.
pressuring me and giving me the support that I want.
Okay.
You know, as a young man, you need someone to support you in whatever you do. Yes, and my wife is there, the one that is doing all the supporting.
I see.
Yes.
I see. All right. A big thank you to Mrs. Boadam as well for actually being in the driving seat and getting things done. We are ending the conversation. Are there any other things you want to talk about in relation to building and construction? Then I'll move on to the final part of the interview.
With building, it's something that you are doing for life and forever.
Okay.
Not something you are doing today and put it down, or put the building down and restart again.
Okay.
So you need good materials for your building.
Okay.
You need good work done for your building.
Okay.
So in all, we have the knowledge, we have the skills to do that for you.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. Your greetings to family and friends.
Yeah.
Then you add your contact information, location, contact numbers, handles, and everything. If someone wants to reach Jay-Boadam Roofing and Construction for business and all that.
Okay. So my greetings to my wife, yes, and my pastor.
Okay.
Yes, Reverend. Reverend Michael Agbe.
Okay.
And Reverend Isaac Soka.
Okay.
Yes, those are my pastors.
Okay.
They've been with me, and they've also been my support system.
Okay.
In prayers and all. Yes, and Mrs. Agbe. I can't take her out. Yes, she's also been a support. Yes, and to my family and to my friends, those who have been the backbone, supporting me, helping me in this business. My shout outs to them. Yes.
And your contact information.
Okay, my contact, when you want to reach Jay-Boadam Roofing, the numbers is 0548 309 820 and 0555 302558. When you call these numbers, you get to Jay-Boadam. We are located at CP Junction.
Okay.
Just right after the Bediako Junction.
Okay.
On the roadside, we are just there. Locate Jay-Boadam Roofing there.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
That was Mr. Joseph Boadam right here in a chick chat. Greetings to my pastor as well, Reverend Dr. Anthony Kojo Boache, and to all the leaders and members of Resurrection Power New Generation Church. Little Kweku interviews today was produced by Hero. He has been behind the turntables, and a big thank you to you also for doing the listening on Mensah Radio, and also for watching the playback on Mensah TV. If you're on YouTube, our channel is Mensah TV Official. Do well and subscribe, and follow us across social media, Mensah Radio, at Mensah Radio, and also at themensah.tv. You can also follow me personally on Instagram and across the other social media platforms at Kweku Mensah _on-air. My name is Kweku Mensah, one more time, and I'm a chartered presenter. This has been Ghana's biggest conversation show, Little Kweku Interviews. Thank you very much.